beautiful day in Denver. A great day for hockey. You better believe it when it's the Stanley Cup Finals. A look at what we're going to see tonight. Let's get downstairs to Brian England.
Gary, we always talk about the depth of talent of the Colorado Avalanche, and they wouldn't be here if they didn't have it, especially when they lost Peter Forsberg to injury. Now, there's a couple of guys who really stepped up, and maybe they don't have the stature of a Ray Borg yet, but they have three guys who have been outstanding. Hayduk, Drury, and Tanguay. Milan Hayduk has been playing with Joe Sakic for 3 years, but he's been absolutely brilliant. Chris Drury is a big moment guy and loves to have the puck in the big situation. Alex Tanguay's only been with him for 2 years, but what an incredible job he has done so far. These guys have stepped up and more than made up for the absence of Peter Forsberg, and you expect them to continue to do that. For more on the Avs and Patrick Roy, let's go to Darren Tang.
That equalizes everything, Brian, when you've got a goaltender as dominant as Patrick Roy. He's a finisher, he's a closer, and he's proven that in past Stanley Cup Finals competition. He has gone on to start this series with some brilliant play in Game 1, and in fact, he has got the second longest shutout streak in the history of the Stanley Cup Finals, only behind the late, great Clint Benedict, set in 1923 to 1926. Clint Benedict, of course, played for the Ottawa Senators and the Montreal Maroons. So, Gary Thorne and Bill Clement, something special could be happening early in this hockey game.
We are looking for yet another record. Is that possible when we're talking about Patrick Roy? Well, the answer to that is yes, and we will keep the count going tonight. Patrick Roy, number 1. He is 9-0 now in the last 9 Stanley Cup Finals games. He has won more playoff games than anyone ever, and he's on a countdown to shutout history. Colorado has run up an 8-2 record at home, outscoring the opposition more than 2-1, 32-15. That's what Martin Brodeur faces in Game 2.
Well, I think I'm in the minority. A lot of people look at Game 1 and think that Marty Brodeur really didn't perform very well. They think of a couple of goals that he let in. My feeling is if Marty Brodeur hadn't had an outstanding first 10 minutes of Game 1, the game would have been over at the 10-minute mark of the first period.
5 goals, 30 shots, Game 1. 93rd straight playoff start with the New Jersey Devils for the Montreal native. His idol at the other end, Patrick Roy, the shutout against him. There are the numbers of playoff year. We are ready to go Game 2. Bill McCreary, Rod Schick, the referees. Our linesmen tonight, Mark Wheeler and Brad Lazarowicz. And we are underway Game 2. Great to have you with us. Let's see how physical the Devils come out and play it to begin. Tipped away by Hayduk. We get the top lines against one another. Again, the offensive lines. Elias, Jason Arnott out there against the Sakic line to start the game.
And it is worth pointing out that this is Colorado's choice because the visitors declare first. Jason Arnott's line starts. Bob Hartley countered with Joe Sakic.
Kind of a challenge right away from Colorado. Stevens cleared it up. He's out there with Rapolsky defensively. That's out of foot, had it knocked away, sent back in by Patrick Elias. And Roy will go back in behind the net to get it. And Ray Borg, a run at him by Bobby Holik. And if anybody's going to fire it up in that regard, it is Bobby Holik. And on his first shift, he went right after Ray Borg. So we'll see if he continues. Now, Holik is out there with Nemchinov and Bobby Corkum, not the Russian line to start the game together. Yell in the corner. Yell with the check. He and Holik do battle. Taken away by Niedermeyer in his own end through the middle for Corkum, who gets in because of the injury to Randy McKay and an icing coming. In net at the other end, the shutout record is at stake in the first period of this game. We will keep the clock running to see if Patrick Roy can reach that all-time mark. The finals record for consecutive minutes with a shutout, 2:29:22. His streak at 2:14:22 right now.
We'll bring this clock up periodically with the seconds ticking away so you can follow it. Be a part of history as it strikes the magic moment. However, the Devils would like to get us to basically take that countdown to Patrick Roy's record and make it obsolete immediately. The best thing the Devils could do here is get one quickly on Patrick Roy.
Oh, Brodeur got run into, and the officials have ruled. Look at Brodeur with his arms out going, what happened? The official ruled that he was his own player, pushed the Colorado Avalanche player into it. And back the other way, the Avs. Billy Neiman was cutting. Skula knocks it down. Near side wall, McGillney.
I guarantee you, if that penalty had been called, a dive would have been called as well because Brodeur exaggerated it.
Rob Blake, puck loose off the side of the net and covered up. And a penalty coming in behind the net. A penalty coming in the action behind the net. First scoring chance goes to the Avs. Bill, my first impression is the Devils are flat. They are not coming out here with that fire in their eyes I thought we'd see.
Well, we've only played 2 minutes.
That is on number 27, New Jersey. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Here's a chance for the Avs to make them look even flatter. In certain instances, I agree with you. Bobby Holik came out with a big hit. He's fired up. Doesn't seem like anybody else is, though. And Billy Neiman came so close to being able to get that back out front. Dave Reed standing out waiting for it. Great pressure by the Avs fourth line. And Larry Robinson yesterday said to me, I might just roll 4 lines and see if Bob Hartley is willing to match his fourth line against mine. I got a feeling Bob Hartley will not be afraid of that situation.
How about this? Martin Brodeur got up, talked to the official for a moment, and then sank to his knees. The trainer came out and fell on the ice. Ray Bourque had to help up the New Jersey trainer to get him in to see Brodeur, but Martin Brodeur obviously feeling something down there, physically wrong.
And Bill Murray doesn't want to start rubbing anything out on the ice and show everybody where he's hurt. There's the penalty right there. Cross-check to Scott Niedermayer on the back of Chris Drury. This is the play to start. You see how Brodeur went down? Yes, Dan Heino made some contact with him. But my point was, if you call the Heino penalty, you got to call the dive on Brodeur too. Big shot from Rob Blake and the save. Then Marty Brodeur went down with his left leg. He did a big split. It looked like his left leg might have gotten jarred while he stuck his leg out there to make the save.
He's hurting a little bit. He's trying to skate it off. Brodeur is now. The only timeout they can take is their 30-second timeout. Not allowed anything else, so he's got to get back in ready to go. Now Niedermayer grows on the cross-check at 1:43. So an early power play opportunity for the Colorado Avalanche. And obviously, the first goals have been enormous. 10 for 23 on the power play in the last 7 games. The Avs haven't lost a game this playoff year where they scored the first goal. That one will be cleared out. Ray Bourque will come back to get it. Power play early on for Colorado. Their power play has been about the same as during the regular season at 22%. The Devils' penalty kill has been pretty darn good at 85% in the regular season, 84% here in the playoffs. Near side wall held in by Sakic, lost it to Madden, the short-handed man. Madden moves it up and will send it in, and they'll change it up. It almost looks like the Devils are more concerned with being under control and discipline than they are about coming out and playing the strong physical charge to start.
I can see their point, though. Unless you've ever played against a team that has the quickness and the jump and the tempo of the Avs, you know, you just can't go out there and indiscriminately run around after them because Joe Sakic, Milan Hejduk, Chris Drury, you step up on them, they've chipped it by you, and all of a sudden you're down by a goal. So you got to do it with a certain degree of control.
As with a power play, shot Drury and a save made by Brodeur. Rebound kicked away to Drury. Drury looking out in front. Avs it collapsed in. Drury left alone. Danico skated back. Drops it, heads to the net to Drury. Save made. Rebound kick to the side by the defenseman Colin White. Billy Neiman. Pass goes wide. Blake coming over to get it. Blake dumped it into the corner. They hit put on down low by O'Donnell. Cleared to the near side, Danico, and Danico does not get it out. Adam Foote, the hold in. 34 to go in this power play. Far side Blake stepped up, couldn't get to it. Chipped into the middle. Billy Neiman and over his stick. Danico got it out.
A good clear by the Devils, but not before the line for the Avs that features the 2 rookies, Steven Reinprecht and Billy Neiman, generated a terrific scoring chance by Drury.
Here comes Joe Sakic. Power play, 15 seconds left on it. Off the near side. It'll go to the wall on a deflection and whistled anyway on the offside. Power play, 12 seconds left on it for Colorado.
Hardest play to cover, one of them in hockey, is still a give and go. Chris Drury gave and then he went. And Steve Reinprecht knew exactly what he was going to do. Drury with a great play. He was the quarterback on the half boards, and instead of staying there and watching Reinprecht, he broke and got it back immediately. For a little more on Marty Brodeur, let's check in with Darren.
You know, that first skirmish, fellas, I think he hurt his left knee on the rebound attempt. When he took the first shot from Rob Blake, the other player that came into him looked like he jarred his left knee, and that's where it looked like he got injured. Right after the shot, save the left knee right there on Nieminen.
I agree. Nieminen looked like he was reaching over the leg when it was stretched out, and I think you're right. And I don't think Bill Murray wanted to let on by touching him anywhere as to where he was hurt.
Pandolfo clears it in. The power play is over, so the New Jersey Devils kill that one off, and it remains zip-zip here in the first period. Hayduke moving it in. The Sakic line remains out. Hit put on by Bobby Corkum. Rafalski got it back over to Stevens. Stevens up the far side. Nemchinov to Bobby Holik looking for Corkum. Randy McKay out, so Bobby Corkum makes his first appearance here in the finals. McKay with that left hand that was broken, metacarpal bones, has it in a cast, not a playable cast at least at this point. Rafalski goes the wide side. We're back to 5-on-5. In the middle of Bobby Corkum. Corkum to the blue and in. Shot deflected wide. Held in. O'Donnell shot. That one deflected off the side of the net by Waugh. Cleared around the near side. O'Donnell kicked it down the boards. He attempted up, goes over the glass, and the faceoff will stay in the Colorado end.
Bobby Corkum is in the lineup because Randy McKay is down and out with a broken hand. Sometimes the most dangerous plays are the hits that turn out to be side swipes. Randy McKay had his left hand out, and Ray Bourque coming full speed off the bench hit him. He broke the fourth metacarpal. Those are the long bones that go between the knuckles and the wrist. And if you saw the size of the cast on Randy McKay's hand this morning, you'd know that Bobby Corkum will probably be in here for most of this series, if not all of this series.
He has played in the playoffs this year. This is his 7th game, 1 assist on the year.
And this is what Bob Corkum will give you. Great defensive presence, good body, good face-offs, good penalty kill. He won't be able to replace Randy McKay on the power play, though.
Face-off will be won back by Stepan Yell. He and Sakic, the two best draw men in Game 1 for the Colorado Avalanche. Back it comes to Niedermayer now.
Larry Robinson has thrown a curve at everybody. For the last 2 days, he skated the Russian line together, told us he was going to play the Russian line.
It's getting rough. Sean Podine put a check on one side. The Devils retaliated. There's a penalty coming here, and it may be on the retaliation. Podine got leveled over there.
Team New Jersey, 2 minutes in the finish.
And the Devils are in the box again.
Man. If you want to squat, I think Larry Robinson's yelling at his guys right there and not at the refs. You saw Larry Robinson very angry. Sean Podine with a good hit. Breland went down. Looked like Breland could have hit his face along the wall. But that's a clean hit. Sean Podine took him low. Breland fell.
Then the retaliation came when they moved back up to center ice as Breland went after Podine and goes for interference. Wow. A penalty at 1:43, a penalty at 4:53. Breland out of there, and the second power play of the game already for the Colorado Avalanche. Raymond Bourque dumps it off the wall, trying to get it back to him. It was lost and cleared out.
Sergei Breland's hit on Podine actually was a retaliation for a hit that Podine had out in the middle of the ice on Gomez. But those are discipline breakdowns. You can't have that swagger and that arrogance that says, I'm not going to take a hit. You've got to take it.
Ned Stevens, something he wants to do is put some hits on. He got one over there under control. Sakic's got it. Dropped it back to Ray Bourque. Over to Blake. Blake trying to move it to the near side. Sakic into the corner with it. Tanguay along the wall, trying to get it back to Bourque. Bourque holds it in. Goes back in behind the net. Brodeur came out to play it and dropped it off. Martin Brodeur is expected. Handled the puck a lot in Game 1. Ray Bourque just off the outside on the stick side and wide. And not out of the zone yet. Over to Blake from Bourque. Blake's open. Center to Tanguay. Deflected away. Bourque holds it in. Drop past Sakic. Sakic chipped it up in the air. Wide open. Shot. Hayduke. Rebound. Shot. Deflected wide. And Blake cutting in. Rebound. Score! Joe Sakic. The Devils are running around.
Boy, you talk about being under the gun again here in Game 2. As they were early in Game 1, the New Jersey Devils thought they might have weathered this storm. Marty Brodeur thought he had the puck. See with his hand behind his back? He is looking at the ref for a whistle here. And Marty Brodeur was on his knees outside of the net thinking that he had the puck in his glove. From our Southwest Airlines goal cam, you'll see on this sequence when he vacated, he stayed out of the net, looking at the ref, waiting for the whistle because he thought he had him behind his back in his glove. He didn't.
Joe Sakic is playing in another world right now, Bill. unbelievable year, and he's made the start of the playoffs and the finals even better.
And Larry Robinson doesn't want to have to.
Ooh, shot by Jason Arnott off the Elias shot. Rebound. Right back to the point. O'Donnell. Elias leaves it back in behind the net. Board back together.
Robinson doesn't want to have to shadow, doesn't want to have to match. Remember, these are the defending champs out here. But he may just have to address the Joe Sakic issue right now.
On that power play, they were passing like the Devils weren't even out there. Arnott back to the point. Shot blocked out deep. Down on the ice. Sean Bodine blocked it. Centering pass. Taken away. Cleared up. Rafalski has it. Rafalski knocked away. Out of the zone. Good work by Messier to get it out of there, and it goes over the glass. The leading goal scorer in the playoffs, Joe Sakic, a 4-game scoring streak. Now has 5 goals, 2 assists in the last 4 games. He's got 12 goals this playoff year. Hayduke and Blake in the assists. Power play goal.
Started with what looked like a left leg injury. He was able to continue playing. Thought he had the puck in his glove behind his back and straight from the goal, only to see Joe Sakic put the Avs ahead by 1.
Amazing. A 1-0 lead here. And of course, as we have mentioned, for the Colorado Avalanche, when they score that first goal, they don't lose. That'll be sent in behind the net. Played off the near side wall. Danico trying to hold it in. Far side to Nemchinov. Nemchinov takes it behind the net. 2 forecheckers up. Bobby Corkum cleared it back into the middle. It'll be moved in by Bobby Holik down the board. The shots are 6-1. Patrick Roy will hang on to this one. 12:47 to go in the first period. 10-0 for the Avs when they score first, and they've done it again here.
It's an amazing group that doesn't trail very often, the Avalanche. Marty Brodeur, sometimes when you lose sight of the puck, you have to take your best shot at where you think it is. This is what Brodeur did on this play. By the time it got over to the far post, meaning the one to our right here, he went up, and then right there, he thought he had it in his back. You can see that he's got his glove behind his back, slid all the way out, still with his glove behind his back, and then went, oh my God, the horror of seeing the puck not in his glove, but in his neck.
Save made by Watts. That came through a screen on a shot by Sean O'Donnell. And out the center, O'Donnell's got to get it. O'Donnell broke a stick and headed to the bench. Tanguay took the puck away. Opens up a hole, but a bouncing puck goes over the stick on the far side of Sakic. Wow. Another great chance because O'Donnell was heading off ice to get a new stick. Tanguay saw that and just ran it right into the hole vacated. Cleared around by Blake. Breland over to put a hit on. Breland in the corner. Gomez with McGillney. This is a new line for the New Jersey Devils. Breland looking for McGillney. Goes back to Rafalski. Rafalski far side. Stevens open. A chance. Shot. Blocked again. Sakic. That was Hayduke who went down on the ice. Cleared up by Blake. Stevens and Hayduke doing battle. Breland over to get it. Poked away by Sakic.
I think Hayduke got hurt by that shot. It looked like it hit him on the right arm. But when you've got everybody from Sean Podine to Milan Hayduke giving up their lives, I mean their safety, to fall in front of rubber coming at him at 100 miles an hour, what could a coach ask for any more than that from a player?
That's what Bob Hartley said after game 1. What are we going to change? Absolutely nothing. Adam foot off the boards intended for Reed. Ken Danico. Danico and Niedermeyer are teamed up defensively now. Pandolfo drops it ahead. Here's Madden. Madden looking. Pass deflected. Held in by Danico. Pandolfo behind the net chasing. Pandolfo. Devils trying to swarm in front. Madden. Danico's on top. Shot. Screen and deflected wide. Never got through to Patrick Roy. Niedermeyer knocked it down. Dumps it again around the far side. Clem over to get it. Clem looking to move it out. It's going to take a hit. Turner Stevenson, but he got it out of there. Both teams want to change. Reinfeldt will dump that one back into the corner, and Brodeur goes back to get it.
Milan Hayduke is on the bench, and he still looks like he's in a bunch of pain. Pat Carnes, the medical trainer for the Avs, has been with them since he left the ice after blocking the Stevens shot.
See when Sakic gets back out on the ice, whether or not Hayduke will come out on that line with him. This one will go the distance, and an icing call coming up on the top. Patrick Roy, our Nextel League leaderboard, about that man who we're keeping the clock on as he continues to shut out the New Jersey Devils. He moves in on that all-time mark. The final shutout streak, Clint Benedict, the all-time leader, set back 23-26. You see the time he had of consecutive shutout minutes for Benedict. That's where Patrick Roy is right now. That is current in this period.
And to appreciate what Patrick was attempting to do, you've got to consider the other eras. Benedict was in 1926. Sawchuk was in 1952. Those were in the eras when the pucks were hollow. No, they weren't hollow. I mean, teams played the 0-0 ties and 1-0 games all the time. There were no slap shots. I mean, it wasn't the same.
Not the same at all. Here's Sakic back out now. Tanguay has moved up with high note on this line, so Milan Hajduk has not come out for this shift. They're back to Raymond Bourque. Ray Bourque dropped it up the near side boards. Avs on top 1-0 almost midway through this first period. Back behind the net to O'Donnell. Near side boards to Breland. His pass, an errant one, intercepted by Drury. Drury saw a hit coming and instead got one on Colin White.
Better brace yourself when you're ready to take Drury.
Near side, it'll be flipped by Billy Neiman and into the zone. Back to get it, Scott Stevens. Stevens cleared it around. Nemchinov's got it. Nemchinov lost it in the corner. Good forechecking again. Drury doing the job. Near side to Niedermeyer. Two forecheckers up on these chances for the Avs. Bobby Holik to Bobby Corkum. Leaves it. Little screen set up. Nemchinov shot. Save block. Rebound. Corkum, and he just banged it into the pile. Up it comes Billy Neiman. Neiman able to clear it out of there and avoid the hit. 1-0 lead. The shots remain 6-4 now at the moment. 6 for the Avs. Colorado changing. Gets the puck back. Reinfeldt the intended. Went around one check, and Niedermeyer almost threw it right to him. Danico's got it. Ken Danico. I think the Devils look just a little shaky, especially after that first goal. Breland kind of like, wait a minute, what's happening here?
Gary, they still haven't looked like a team that is capable of matching Colorado's tempo. To me, at least.
Yeah,
they have not been able to look like that yet. Now, game one, they all said that the Pittsburgh Penguins were not a good setup series for them because it was a methodical, plotting series. And then you get one game to adjust, and if you can't adjust, that's your last chance.
I thought we would see a very physical New Jersey Devil team in the first 10 minutes. We have not. Yell looking up on top. Will turn that one back towards the net, or tried. It got blocked, and Waugh will come way out to handle it. Dropped it off the foot. The Devils were changing up, so didn't have to go very far on that one. Patrick Waugh, 12 handles in game one. Martin Brodeur, 21. As would be expected, Brodeur the best stick handler in the game.
Probably only one thing that the Avalanche could have improved on from game one, and that is how many times they let Brodeur handle the puck. That is the only thing they could improve on.
Ray Bourque clears it out of there. Avs changing up behind the play. Rafalski back to get it. That will be whistled on the two-liner into the zone.
Well, when does the hunted become the hunter? When you see the other guy coming. Chris Drury had all of his weight on his back foot, and boom, down went Colin White.
Lumbersville is New Jersey taking on a team that never gets behind.
Well, in the last 8 games, the Avs have trailed for a grand total, now count these, 52 seconds. 8 games. And what that means is that they're a team that not only can score goals, but once they get ahead of you, they know how to choke you to death, and they're backstopped by a guy that knows that the seconds are ticking away right now on a shutout record.
Now, may have been a lot of tie times during that period, but to be behind for 52 seconds over 8 games, this being the 9th, is amazing. Dingman got it in the middle. Reinfeldt, second chance, didn't get a lot on it.
Took a bad hop. Reinfeldt put it down right in front of him, and it bounced away from his shooting power.
But he was all alone. Penalty coming up behind the play on the Devils. No. They are absolutely undisciplined in this period.
Number 26, New Jersey, Tifa Slashing.
Bill McCreary, the referee.
See Larry Robinson? He is not yelling at the referees. He is yelling at the guys on his bench. This is the Toronto Maple Leafs series revisited, where he said, you know what? The next guy that takes a penalty is benched. 20 seconds later, Colin White took one on a retaliation on Darcy Tucker, and Larry Robinson is witnessing the same implosion, the same meltdown here in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals as he did in that game against Toronto.
Really hard to believe, but you're watching it. Elias, 12-28, third power play of the game. They have scored one power play goal already, so this will be the 8th chance in this series. They are currently 2 for 7 on the power play, the Avs. It'll be gunned in around the net by Bourque. Tanguay tipped it ahead. They'll get it set up. Sakic, Tanguay, Drury on the power play. looking, Sakic along the half wall. Now Hayduk has come out, so Hayduk's back on the ice. There he is. Shot, he just missed. Nobody up on the near side point. Puck rolls back anyway. Milan Hayduk back in action off to Sakic. Sakic, chance, deflected off Stevens. And Burks, save made on Blake's chance.
Boy, that hit him. Marty Brodeur didn't know where that was coming from because Blake got to it so quickly. The Avalanche are doing something they learned from the Pittsburgh Penguins. They said the Penguins never put a man in the middle of the penalty-killing box that New Jersey put out there, and then New Jersey was able to spread all 4 penalty killers out and keep the Penguins on the outside. Hayduk was right in the middle of the box, keeping at least one guy honest and pulling the box out of shape.
Billy Nieminen on the ice, past the board, deflected away. Bobby Corkum looking as high, short-handed. Billy Nieminen's got it, leaves it back for Blake. 54 to go on the power play, third of the game. The Avs already lead it by a score of 1-0. Ray Bourque taking it back as they change up the power play unit. Madden was right there with him. Colorado gets their new skaters out on the ice. It'll be sent in. Foot off the dasher, deflected into the corner. Tanguay skated by it up to Sakic. Sakic drops it off. They'll send Hayduk up in the middle. Sakic at the dot. Looking. Sakic waiting. He's got that ferociously quick wrist shot. Skula dropped it. And bang it out of the air to get it away from Pandolfo. Pandolfo got it again and cleared. Good job of the penalty killers of the New Jersey Devils. They'll change up their unit. Still time. 13 left to go in this power play. Moving it up. Shot in by Skula. Near side Messier. Bounced off him and out to center. Short-handed chance. Here's Bobby Corkum. Corkum moving it in. Score! Short-handed goal on a delayed call that won't matter. Bobby Corkum in his first start here in the finals has made it a 1-1 game.
What a brilliant play. What a time for somebody to emerge as a hero when they needed it for the Devils. Short-handed 5-hole that flips this record. Patrick Roy was attempting to set. Look at Patrick Roy. He knows it was 5-hole right between them. Bobby Corkum with a great burst. Martin Skula tried to catch him. Skula went for the hook. He never went for the dive. And off balance, you can see that Rob Schick behind was going to call a penalty. Didn't have to. Bobby Corkum has tied the game at 1. Maybe things now can stabilize for the Devils. Our Southwest Airlines goal cam. You see a little glimpse of rubber coming between Patrick Roy's legs.
Pump it, baby. Pump it, Bobby Corkum. Bobby Corkum, the goal, may not be short-handed. It was 1 second after the penalty expired, so it will go as an even-strength goal, and a very important goal, obviously, for the New Jersey Devils, coming from a rather unlikely source in Bobby Corkum. And Patrick Roy will not get the record of consecutive shutout minutes that Clint Benedict will continue to hold the mark on. And now Roy's primary concern is winning Game 2. Right there, and there's going to be a 2-man advantage with 1:29 left on the original penalty.
52 for Colorado, holding the stick.
Holding the stick. This is the call that I've always said should be called as soon as somebody closes his hand on the stick, and Adam Foote did more than that. And you know what? It affected the play. The puck came to Bobby Holik. Great call by Bill McCreary. He had no choice. Adam Foote gave him no choice. And this is potentially going to be, has the potential to be one of the great shifts in a game that we've seen in a long time.
Big Mo suddenly is coming to a screeching halt for the Avs. Our Dodge Different intermission coming up. Barry's breakdown. Baines perspective. 4:43 playing time left to go. Patrick Roy, the chase after that record for consecutive shutout minutes. Just missed.
Man.
Minute 41 short of the mark.
But now this, I mean, the hockey gods have smiled squarely on the Devils' shoulders. Patrick Roy made a save here. But the Devils come back. They get what really was a shorthanded goal. I know officially Corkum's goal wasn't. Then the Avs take a penalty. Now they've got a 5-on-3 and can take the lead. And if they're ever going to get their game back on track, this is their chance.
This is where the penalty killers of the Avs are really going to be challenged. Good play by Breland to help hold it in behind the net. Ray Bourque doing battle. Breland came in and poked it away. They do keep it in the zone and get it set up. 2-man advantage. Rapolsky on top. Rapolsky dropping back. Breland shot saved by Roy. Rebound. Roy save on Elias. Behind the net. Bourque up over Jason Arnott's head.
What a save by Patrick Roy. His big left arm came down with a crash to the ice surface and robbed Patrick Elias The Devils are setting this up with one-time artists on both sides. Arnott and Sikora.
Rapolsky, and he missed it high. In these chances, two-man advantages, the Devils are 3-0 in the playoffs. They've scored 3, given up none on a two-man. Shot blocked in the corner by Clem. Clem trying to dig it out, find a place to go with it here. Off the dasher, and a bounce for the Avs.
Boy, a bounce for the Avs on the glass that is really the truest glass in the NHL because it's seamless. It is always true. But Brian Rafalski was a victim of a bad bounce that came off the glass.
Back down ice, Gomez. Still a two-man advantage for 13 seconds. Yell blocked it straight up in the air. Trying to clear it behind the net. Good shot on Podine to hold it in. McGinley looking out in front. A lot of people in red. Here's Niedermeyer on top to Stevens. Stevens to Niedermeyer. Now a one-man advantage. Shot blocked. McGinley shot. Save block! Right there on the post! Where is it? Under the bodies. And a whistle. 24 seconds left in the 5-on-4. Wednesday Night Baseball, ESPN. Great matchups coming your way. The Yankees will be facing the Red Sox, or the Indians will be taking on the Tigers. On ESPN2, the Diamondbacks take on the Giants, or the Rockies and the Dodgers. That's Wednesday Night Baseball, ESPN at 7 o'clock Eastern, ESPN2 at 10 Eastern. And Pedro Martinez, a monkey to get off his back. You see the numbers over the last 2 years against the Yankees. Can he beat them? Rest of the league he can. The Yankees, he struggles. We'll see tomorrow night.
Well, the Devils have seen their minute and 29 seconds on a 5-on-3 slip away without really pressuring the way they wanted to pressure. They had Sikora on one side, Arnott on the other side, both poised for one-timers. Never happened.
Stevens deflected into the corner. Gomez won the draw. Back to McGinley. McGinley, Gomez down low. Gomez dropped it. Stevens couldn't handle it. Bounced off his stick. Sakic's up ice. Pass for Sakic. Niedermeyer moved it back to Stevens. Down to 7 left on the power play. Gomez the trailer. One-timer. Wide on Patrick Waugh. 2 left on the power play. Back on top, Niedermeyer. Shot. Deflected. Score! Turner Stevenson! Just as the penalty expired. Another even strength goal. And the Devils have a 2-1 lead.
Boy, they're getting it done the hard way, but the key here is that the Devils are getting it done. Bob Corkum, goal number 1, and Turner Stevenson, goal number 2. At some points in the Stanley Cup Finals, your depth players have to get something done. Man, have they gotten it done here in the first period of Game 2. Super play, and Turner Stevenson is only out here at the tail end of this power play because Randy McKay is out with a broken hand. But John Clem blocked one for Patrick Waugh, and it fell out of his equipment right to big Turner Stevenson, who whacked it home. Watch this. The shot was blocked by Clem, bounced right down to Turner Stevenson, who was able to backhand it immediately. Make it 2-1 Devils.
What a shot by Stevenson with 2:36 to go in the period. The power play had been over by 3 seconds when Stevenson got that goal and gives the Devils a 2-1 lead. They are now outshooting the Avs 9-8 in this game. High note coming back to get it. Far side, John Madden on the intercept. Madden drops it off into the corner. High note. Pandolfo, the hit on him. High note up for Drury, went by him and out to center. Colorado had killed off 17 consecutive power plays prior to the goal by Stevenson at 17:20. It is his first of this year's playoffs with Niedermeyer and McGinley the assists. 2 even strength goals. Corkum and Stevens getting their first of the playoff year for each of them.
Life is all about timing, isn't it? Just ask Turner Stevenson. And this truly has been, for me, one of the great momentum shifts in a single period that I've ever seen. The Devils looked as if they were on the verge of imploding with their discipline breakdown, giving the Avs power plays. The Avs take the lead. The Avs have only trailed for 52 seconds. Well, guess what? We're adding to that 52 seconds now. Bob Corkum and Turner Stevenson get out there and get a couple for Larry Robinson. And now you know Larry Robinson going to go into the locker room in 2 minutes and say, we got lucky there for the first 10 minutes, and we're ahead now. Wake up!
Yeah.
Wake up!
Maybe the 2 goals will do it. Bork's pass is intercepted. Brought back in the near side, Elias. Elias dropped it for Jason Arnott. Bounced away. Elias shot off the side of the net. Jason Arnott on the far side. Elias a chance. That got deflected by Adam Foote. Adam Foote continues to draw the assignment. defensively to be out there against the best of the opposition as he has in the playoff year. He continues to do that against the New Jersey Devils. Foote and Bourque, 13 even strength shifts. They were out there in 13 even strength shifts for Jason Arnott in game 1. Knocked away to Niedermeyer. Open. Niedermeyer couldn't get it on the draw. Foote knocked it away to the near side. Jason Arnott doing battle. Yell trying to get it out. Does not. Nemchinov a chance. And it'll be held onto by Waugh. 1:06 to go. First period of game 2. The Stanley Cup Finals go to ABC when we go from Colorado, the home of Sakic and the Avs, to New Jersey. 16W the exit, the home of Stevens and the Devils. ABC Game 3, 8 o'clock on Thursday night. ESPN's Quest for the Cup at 7:30. Nothing like that if you're the Devils.
You have to have that to win. It's just that I wouldn't have expected those guys to bail the Devils out of what looked like a hole they were digging for themselves. You know, usually your big guys get it started.
Rafalski a chance. Wow, we'll hang on to that one as well in another face-off with 1:01 to go in the period. Colorado allowed 2 goals in the first period. They allowed just 1 first period goal in the last 10 games. The Devils have 2.
You know, Bob Corkum is playing the right side. He played 20 games this season as a right winger. Larry Robinson ended up with a lineup of guys that really moved around quite a bit, so this is nothing new for Corkum.
Rafalski a chance, blocked again. Loose puck kicked back into the zone. Holik. Eskier went down to block it. Shot saved by Waugh and a point chance. Bobby Corkum again. And the Devils, one of the other things, Bill, they've obviously decided is you got it, you shoot it.
You got it, you shoot it, and you notice that Patrick Waugh is getting a little more traffic in front because the Devils are making a point of it. Ugly goals are things of beauty this time of year. Patrick Waugh is in such a zone that these guys, the Devils and their coaching staff, know if he sees it, he's pretty well going to stop it. He didn't on the Bob Corkum shot because I think Bob Corkum was leaning forward and Patrick Waugh thought he can't go low. He's leaning forward. He won't be able to pull the puck back to shoot. Patrick Waugh stayed up on his feet and he was a victim of 5 holes. Turner Stevenson was trying to get to the front. Puck dropped down in front of him. Courtesy of John Clem banging off the crossbar. So the Devils are slowly but surely stabilizing and doing some little things much better in the second half of the first period.
Joe Sakic won the face-off, cleared around the near side, but not out. Rafalski held it in, got hit by Drury. Still, the Devils holding it in offensively. Bobby Holik turning at him, Foote, centering pass kicked away. Moved up by Blake. Niemanen's pass deflected, 34 to go in the period. Stevens will send that one back. Blake will have to chase it down. Blake trying to reverse directions and a penalty coming up on the Devils. Taken away by Billy Niemanen. 24 to go in the period. Freeland, delayed call here. There's the whistle. It's Bobby Holik. A slash called as he went after Blake in the corner.
Schick in his 17th year as an NHL ref, working his first finals.
Penalty is on 16 New Jersey. 2 minutes for slashing.
Well, we knew that Bobby Holik was going to be one of the guys trying to create a real physical presence for the Devils, but there was the chunk on Rob Blake, and then the stick up high on his face. Could have been called one of a couple of things. He took him hard, but he took him too hard with the lumber.
They haven't lost a game in the playoffs this year when they have a lead. They've got one here, 2-1. But power play with only 20.4 seconds to go in the first period. 1 for 3 tonight. 3 scoring chances off their power play. There's Blake, who will stay out with Sakic on the power play unit. Devils with 12 shots in this period and only 7 in the first period of game 1.
The delay there was John Madden went over to get some sticky on his stick down where he puts his left hand so he could get a great grip on the faceoff.
And he won the draw. Ray Bourque leaves it back to Blake. Pass into the middle, bounces past Scott Stevens. Brodeur trying to play it up. Sakic almost got it over to Tanguay. Good play by Niedermeyer. Madden up ice. Blake there with him. Down to the final second of the period, and that will do it. It'll be 1:39 to go on the power play to start the second for the Avs. Waugh, the all-time shutout bid in consecutive minutes, does not get it, as the Colorado Avalanche, who had the first goal from Sakic, saw Corkum and Stevens respond. And after the mow was all going for the Avs, all of a sudden, The New Jersey Devils saying, we are right back with you. 2-1 Devils. Can do with it. Colorado Avalanche in that first period, picking up one power play goal and 3 chances. This is their 4th power play opportunity of the game. And they've got a minute 34 to go on it. Danico trying to tip it out of the zone, came back to the line. Boyd could not hold it in. And a short-handed chance, Madden. Here comes Waugh. Madden was going, gone, but Waugh came out and got there first. He'll drop it back. Devils penalty killing. Cleared up by Tanguay and into the zone. First period shots. Rob Blake ended up with 3. So did Bobby Corkum, who got one of the Devils' goals. Shot in wide of Brodeur. Near side Hayduk couldn't get it. Cleared out by Patrick Elias. Penalty killers getting it done early on. Waugh had to stop that one at the other end. Here's Raymond Bourque to the red. Dumps that one in. Knocked down Brodeur. Niedermeyer.
Well, he got it off the glass too. And Marty Brodeur, before this series started, told me he loves this glass. He's been lobbying for 2 years to get this glass in New Jersey, because he can actually pick pucks as he did there right off the glass with the flat part of his blade up against the pane.
It worked there. Here's Drury going wide side. Power play with 33 seconds left on it. Billy Neiman in that hit him on the attempted clear. Up to the point Blake. Blake fanned in the attempt to hold it in. Short-handed Madden. Madden once, twice and got it out. And Colorado will take it back. Up the near side for Drury. Tipped ahead by Billy Neiman and couldn't connect. White drops it off. Sent back in by Niedermeyer in the heart around near side. 10 left on the power play. White tips that one back towards Brodeur. And a White will wait as the Devils are changing as well. Sends it all the way up on Waugh. Not much of a power play here to start the period for the Colorado Avalanche. And good job of the penalty killers of the Devils. Back in is Yell. Chance! Save made, Brodeur. Centering pass by Bodine got blocked. Cleared up the near side. Bobby Holik got it out of there. Nemchinov blocked away again. Nobody's got it. Nemchinov picked it up. Broken stick. Yell could not stay with Nemchinov. And behind the net, Bodine had it, lost it. Waugh's going to cover this one up with Nemchinov moving out. Power play obviously over for the Avs, who do not convert. This date on our Dodge Stanley Cup flashback. 1996, Colorado Avalanche, their first ever trip to the Stanley Cup Finals, and a 4-2 win over Detroit. Joe Sakic, 2 goals. The Avs would go on to sweep Florida for the Stanley Cup after getting by Detroit in the conference finals. This date, 1996.
Little different first period for Joe Sakic here tonight than game 1. -2 was on the ice for both of the Devils' goals. Foot, also a -2 in the first period. And every Devils player either even or plus.
A little different for that A-line too, Bill. Jason Arnott still didn't get a shot, but Elias got one. And they were a presence, 2 for Sikora. Cleared around the near side and out of the zone by Heino.
So they equaled their shot total from all of game 1 in the first period of game 2.
In the middle, McGillney. Tipped it off the near side. Oh, Drury right off the glass. Saw his head bounce as he got hit by O'Donnell. Cleared up by Rapolsky to Breland. Breland moving it in. McGillney a trailer. Gomez down the middle. Gomez back to the point. Rapolsky a shot. Missed that one wide. Rapolsky now has dropped into second place among defensemen scoring in the playoffs. Rob Blake is number 1 with the Avs. Billy Neiman will move that one in. They want a line change, so he feathered that one into the corner. 3 minutes into this second period, shots are 12-9 in favor of the Devils. Fireside McGillney just avoided the open door. Gomez picks that one up. Gomez trying to find a way to score. No points in the last 6 games coming into this one for Gomez. Here's Hayduk, dropped it off. Bourque takes the turn, came the near side. Off the boards for Sakic. Good pass. Hayduk couldn't reach it though. And it'll be cleared out by Sikora, and he got leveled by Tanguay after he got it out of there. Elias had it blocked. Here's Sakic. Sakic turning it. Stevens back, tied him up along the line. Scott Stevens saw him coming and stood him up at the blue line. And as Stevens has noted, I don't have to knock people over or run through them in order to have an effective check, especially against a guy like Sakic, who, like Gretzky, you can't get lined up. You can just knock him off the puck, stand him up a little bit. That's all you can hope for. Touched up by Scott Stevens on the icing call.
major crunch moments ago by number 6 of the Devils, Sean O'Donnell, and this is one of the reasons he was acquired from the Minnesota Wild at the trading deadline. Crunch. Sean O'Donnell's going to be a busy guy this summer. He's getting married on the 24th of June, and he is marrying actress Allison Dunbar. That's her website. Got to update the website, though, because I still think it says Minnesota Wild on there. Now it's going to be New Jersey Devils, and there is Sean with Allison. Allison has been on such shows as Law and Order, Strip Mall, which was a series on Comedy Central, Wings. Her website appropriately is titled Hollywood's Hottest New Star, Allison Dunbar. So Sean O'Donnell's going to have a real busy summer.
Hate it when those websites aren't updated, don't you?
Don't you?
I mean,
You know what? We'll get a call from Allison.
That's right.
And that was updated, but we had to put that Sean started the season in Minnesota.
there you go. Good answer. Good agent. DeVries tipped it up. Tipped it off the near side. Got a good agent. You can spin anything. Pandolfo cutting it. Went right underneath his body as he got knocked down. Shot back in by Madden off the near side. Devils have taken over territorially for the moment. Ryan Pratt up. Ryan Pratt looking. Needs a little help. Found it on the far side. Chance for Reed, who was in front, but it never got through to him on the shot. Taken by Clem. Back out Pandolfo. Turner Stevenson, who's got one of the goals, dumps it in. Sakic, the first one, his 12th of the playoffs. Corkum got his first at 14:29, and then 17:20 Turner Stevenson, who has given the Devils the lead. All that came in the first period. Here's Holik, knocked away by Waugh off the stick. Rebounded Nemchinov. Nemchinov. Corkum and Holik have been together. In the middle, Corkum centered. Good defensive play to hold it off down low by Yell. Taken by Nemchinov. The Russian line that Larry Robinson talked about for 2 days has not played together once. They're back in behind the net.
What a smoke screen.
Niedermeyer intercepted, shot, hit the post. Yell clipped it away. Breland cutting in the middle, hit the iron on that one. Up the near side wall, a break right there on a turnover by Colorado. Bobby Holik knocked it down. That's going to be whistled, though, in a two-line pass.
Now the Devils are alive. They've got the snarl. They're keeping things alive on the forecheck and sustaining because of their physical play. Scott Stevens wants to lead the way. There he is right there. Not only in the physical play, foible abuse. Adam Foote was standing there and he started to jaw with Stevens, and Scott Stevens gave him a little poke on the way by. Oh, look at that. Little spittage. That actually either went boo or went poof. We'll give him benefit of the doubt. We'll say that that was boo. Needless to say, Adam Foote didn't jump very high, but these are two of the great gladiators, not only in the Stanley Cup Finals, who have ever played the game. Adam Foote and Scott Stevens, and that is how close on that last replay Sergei Breland came to making this a 3-1 game.
Stevens out there against the Sakic line. Foote out there against the best on the other side. Taken by Drury. Shot deflected up in the air, up and over the glass. He had no angle along the goal line in the attempted chance.
Well, we've got a treat for everybody coming up on our next game, which will be on ABC on Thursday from the Meadowlands in New Jersey. ABC's Panasonic Scan Vision is going to be unveiled. All kinds of cameras around the rink. We're going to be able to show you multiple angles, show you how the plays shape up. We'll be able to show you goaltender saves. Then we'll show it to you from another angle. We'll see if his angle was right. We'll see how the goal went in. It'll be a whole different way to look at hockey, and we'll have it for you Thursday night on our ABC coverage. It's called Panasonic Scan Vision.
Finals move to ABC, 8 o'clock Thursday, 8 Eastern time, and on ESPN at 7:30, the quest for the cup. Face-off one, safe by Brodeur. Joe Sakic off the draw. Good opportunity. Blake stepped up on McGillney. Puck came back to center, though. Gomez reaching in. First period face-offs distinctly in favor of Colorado. 59-41 on the advantage. Sakic has been their leading face-off man, 6 out of 10 in the first period. There he is. Sakic in, trying to hold on to it. Let the check go by. Sikora went flying over him.
Literally let the check go by. But when Peter Sikora gets into the act, now all of the Devils are on board now in a physical sense. And what a difference.
New Jersey Devils trying to even this series, have the lead.
ESPN's
Off the face-off again, won by Sakic. Ray Bourque in his own end. The Devils with a 2-1 lead, 13:50 to go here in the second period from Denver. High note. Near side, couldn't get it up. Looking, foot dropped it back. Bourque with forechecking here for the Devils. They got Jason Arnott and Sikora both up ice on this. Adam Foote, that's forcing the dump-ins, and the Devils are getting there first. Cleared back out to center. Sikora had it, lost it. Poke checked away and sent back in by Patrick Elias behind the net. Waugh cleared it up just enough to get it out of the zone on the tip over there on the far side. Stevens gets it back. Elias in, put right back out, knocked down by Hayduk. Hayduk, Sakic, and Tanguay. Hayduk gets to the blue and then gets pushed against the wall. Play by Rafalski, near side and out of the zone. Elias up ahead, knocked down. Holik shot, the save by Waugh. Bobby Holik with a quick shot. Dropped the puck out of the air and then got a quick snapshot on Patrick Waugh. Yell's got it. Yell will send that one the other way, and Brodeur will backhand it up off the glass. DeVries held it in. Looking into the middle, nobody there. Blake near side. Kicked it down low. Shot. Messier didn't get it. Bodine pinned up. Puck free. Little rush here by the Avs. Nemchinov backed it out. DeVries and Blake together now. Here's Rafalski. Reinfeldt moving in on him. Got it off the near side to Niedermeyer. Into the middle of Bobby Holik. Holik's got a 3-on-3. Little screen through. Waugh knocked it away. Nemchinov trying to center. Pass deflected. Reed out there with his line now for the Avs. Reinfeldt gunned it in. Far side Dingman. Back for Reed. Right by him all the way down ice. No whistle on this. Waugh came back. Both teams changing on the fly. Mishandled it. Gomez got it. Patrick Waugh mishandling the attempt to get it out of there. McGillney back behind the net. Again, Waugh around the near side. Heino's got to move up on this as Gomez got there ahead of him again. Held in near side. White shot wide. Rebound to O'Donnell. O'Donnell kicks it back. Gomez centered. Taken away and cleared out of there by Drury, but good pressure. Ryan Brodeur will let that one run wide. We'll get a whistle and we'll check in downstairs with Brian England. Right.
Scott Stevens, one of the best open ice hitters in the National Hockey League, was going to be up against Joe Sakic whenever they could arrange it. So far in this series, Joe Sakic has gotten the best of them. Go back to game one where Sakic made an incredible play and scored a goal. That gets Scott Stevens' blood up. Well, Stevens has been looking for him here in this game. But Joe has got that sixth sense about him. He always knows when Scott Stevens is coming. Stevens told me that Joe was the toughest guy on this team to hit. And so far, Joe has felt him coming every time.
Well, Brian, that's what we talked about in game one. We said Scott Stevens, you notice as the playoffs have progressed, he hasn't had any of those great open ice hits, but the Penguins were all skilled guys with their heads up. Scott Stevens knows the price he will pay for missing one of those hits on Sakic if he steps up too aggressively.
+1 in the first period. Smart eating up again here. Near side, held in. The Devils are really putting the check pressure on here. That's Pandolfo. Matt in the corner. Clem works it around the other way. Look at Madden, side to side. He got to the puck on both sides of the ice first. Yell couldn't hold it. Pandolfo gets it. Pandolfo drops it into the corner. Defense joining the play as Sean O'Donnell moved up. Madden looking to center. DeVries doing the bang work on him against the boards. Still, the battle runs right up the wall. DeVries back for the puck to Clem. Clem clears it around. Stepping up White. White blocked it. Held it in again. Great work. Forechecking by the Devils. Madden dumps it down low.
And with their defensemen really activated. There's a penalty coming up here, but it's obvious that the Devils are not afraid of this checking line for the Avs. At least not afraid of their offense. Who's Rob Schick got here? He's
maybe took me on the ice here, where he got a couple.
We have a Colorado penalty is for interference. New Jersey penalty is for 2 minutes unsportsmanlike diving. 2-2, 4-on-4.
Well, there's the one we've talked about so much. The diving, the penalty, and the dive.
And it will be addressed in this offseason, too, in talking to some of the officials before the game, the issue of diving. And we've seen it a couple of times in the playoffs where a penalty has been called and the dive at the same time. I think I can speak for you, Gary, when I say that we're both in favor of it.
Absolutely.
See, Greg DeVries didn't like the call, but neither did the Devils. Unsportsmanlike is the euphemism which is used to describe the dive. Larry Robinson doesn't buy it.
DeVries, the interference. Madden, the unsportsmanlike. Both coming at 9-11. So we'll get a 4-on-4 for the first time in this game. We have a moment. I want to congratulate my great friend Mike Lang, elected to the Hall of Fame. The Foster Hewitt Award announced today for Mike, the voice of the Pittsburgh Penguins for 26 years. Congratulations. He beat him like a red at field. He deserves it.
Way to go, Mike.
And Eric Duhatschek, the writer, Calgary base, going on the writer's side, the Elmer Ferguson Award to the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to both of you. On the far side, Sikora, Bork put the hit on. Sikora after it. Hayduk holds it in, and it's cleared out. 4-on-4. Shots are 15 to 10 in favor of the Devils. Devils have really cut back on the opportunities for the Avs when compared to Game 1. Near side to Sikora. Devils have the 2-1 lead. Sikora down the middle of Stevens. Sikora cutting. Knocked away by Waugh. Played by Raymond Bork. Sakic took the hit. Got it to Foot. Into the middle. Sakic looking for the return pass. Bork there. Bork shot high. And Waugh. Knocked down by Bobby Corkum. Corkum and Stevenson, the 2 goals for the New Jersey Devils. Sakic. The other side for the Avs. Waiting for the line change with Scott Stevens. Here's Corkum moving it into the middle. At the blue. Shot saved by Waugh. Corkum poke checked away and out by Skula. Played back by Colin White, the rookie, off the near side to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer and White out there with a defensive pairing consistently so far in this game. Waugh knocks it down. Blake back to play it. Nemchinov. Turning it up is Blake. 40 left in the 4-on-4. Drury with it. Drury. Blake cut it. The defenseman. That one hit off the backside of him. Got it behind the net. Niedermeyer. Poke checked out in front. Nemchinov with it. Nemchinov almost had it intercepted. Came right back. Gomez moving it up. Gomez in the middle with Sikora. That one blocked to the corner and the attempted shot by Gomez. Up the near side wall. Skula, who blocked it, will move it out. Skula moving ahead. Colorado changing. Skula shutting it down. Needing help. Couldn't find it. Sent it in. Hayduk there. Couldn't handle it. Loose behind the net. Niedermeyer. Scott Niedermeyer away with it. Sakic on him. Sakic, Niedermeyer, Hayduk. Off the near side wall for Gomez. 8:58 to go in this second period. Not been anything like what I expected, in all honesty. I really thought we would see a bruising, physical effort in this game by the New Jersey Devils in particular, and it's not been that way.
But Gary,
the Devils are getting the chances.
I still think the Devils are far more physical than they were in Game 1. I've seen Patrick Elias throw his body in front of Joe Sakic. I've seen Peter Sikora do it. Doesn't have to be the big crushing hits. Make a commitment to slow him down.
They've done that. Great forechecking job they've done in this game, the Devils have. Messier got tied up. Madden jammed it around. Penalties are over. Back to 5-on-5. And both teams will use the opportunity to change it up here. You saw that shot number. Since the Sakic goal, New Jersey's outside Colorado 16-4. As the Devils battle back to tie it and then get the lead in that first period. The flip in wide. Patrick Waugh moving. Turner Stevenson was coming in. Clem will pick it up. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Pandolfo got a piece of that as it came out of the zone and ends up on the Colorado bench. Great to have you with us here in Denver. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Devils lead.
Here in Denver at a flower shop called Fleur de Lis, they have actually made a Stanley Cup out of flowers. Now, Fleur de Lis just happens to be the official flower of the province of Quebec. And it is also the little flower that was on the shoulders of the Quebec Nordiques uniform, now the Colorado Avs. You get it? It's all coming together, folks.
Yeah,
right here.
Tie it together, chapter after chapter. It all fits. Joyce Carol Oates would be so proud of us. Off the near side, Jason Arnott reflected as that one came back in. With the Quebec Nordique team moving here to Colorado, along with it came a number of the people associated with the team in Quebec.
Still a strong French influence. Pierre Lacroix, Quebec native, is the GM of this team. Bob Hartley, even though he has an English name, was raised French. Bob Hartley was raised in Hawkesbury, Ontario, but that's only about 35 miles from where I grew up in Quebec. It's right in the Quebec-Ontario border, and even though it's in Ontario, it's predominantly French-speaking.
All the connections continue here in Colorado. Near side, Elias got it. High-scoring line out there for the New Jersey Devils. Foot tied him up. Bork got the puck. Hayduk dropped it to Sakic. You see Sikora right there with a stick on Sakic, slowing him down, not letting him get going. Adam Foot back in behind the net again. Four checkers up. Tanguay couldn't handle. Stevens will give chase. The Cup will be going to New Jersey, and will be making appearances there starting on Thursday, 10:30 to 1 o'clock. It'll be at the State Capitol Building in Trenton, and the Hoboken Terminal, 4:30 to 7:30 on Thursday. It's going to go out and take an NJ Transit ride during the rush hour. Centering pass into the corner. Played behind the net. Look out, Hinote. Great save by Brodeur. Hinote was there. Had the chance, and Martin Brodeur, perfect position.
Best save of the game for Brodeur.
Niedermeyer up the near side to Bobby Olik to Nemchinov. Nemchinov moved it in. Went by his own player, Gomez. Olik in the corner to Breeze. Played by Nemchinov with Drury on him. This is what the New Jersey Devils can do when they have a lead. Start controlling the game. Just put a vice grip hold on it. And they're doing that right now.
And to do that, you have to win battles along the wall. And that is the biggest improvement in this game for the Devils from game one.
They are winning them. Olik shot. Did not get in. DeVries blocked it. And that's what the Avs are having to do, is just get it out of the zone, and then they're not getting control of it. Clem back, both teams changing again. That one dumped in, wrong side, icing call on the touch by Danigo.
Well, you know that the Avs are going to be coming at Martin Brodeur, and he is well aware of that. Not only the top offensive guys for Colorado, but the checkers like Dan Hinote in front. Right on the ice, Marty Brodeur there to bury it with his pads.
Prior to the game today, in fact, taking questions from the press that covers the Stanley Cup Finals, and that means everybody involved in hockey. Back behind the net is Skula. Artie Skula will start it up. 5:46 to go in the second period. There's been no scoring in the period. That's going to be whistled on the offside. Take a look at our Visa storyline in the second period from Denver. Patrick Waugh, final shutout streak ends. He did not get the all-time record. Joe Sakic, third goal of the series, now leading all playoff goal scorers with 12.
Our Visa replays the Devils offense from game two. Bob Corcoran, his first start in the finals, off balance. Patrick Waugh looked like he figured he was going to go high. He did. Turner Stevenson playing in place in certain situations of Randy McKay, who was out with a broken hand. And Larry Robinson has pushed all of the right buttons.
Corcom's first goal, Bill, in 23 playoff games he's been in, going back to 1998. And Stevenson's first in 19 games, also going back to 98. Gotta love that for the Devils. Here's McGillney. He'd love to get it going. Shot just missed. Waugh thought it had gone in. Penalty coming up, delayed call. Off the near side, Breland, and there's the whistle. Boy, did McGillney go back into the boards.
What a great move, though, he put on Skula. Man. He pulled the puck back close to Skula's body so he couldn't get it with his stick. McGillney with the dancing shoes working tonight, but he just hasn't been able to regain the scoring touch.
Penalty is on 41 Colorado, 2 minutes for holding.
Great pass from Scott Gomez to Alexander McGillney. Watch this. See, he pulled it back closer to Skula so that he could get it away from his stick. And Skula ripped McGillney's stick right out of his hands here. Right there, McGillney was smart enough to let it go. And Exhibit A ended up in Skula's hands. And boy, I'll tell you what, Eric Messier got thumped. I believe this is when he got thumped on the near boards, right by the penalty box, moments ago by Sean O'Donnell. But I think he hit his face against the glass. It looked like a clean hit to me, but right now he needs a good cut, man.
He's not going to touch it till they get the official look at it. That's why he's standing there. They're waiting to see if they can get official to do something about it.
See what he hit him with. Sean O'Donnell hit him clean, I thought. Oh, his stick came around and caught him accidentally, but nevertheless something that could have and should have been called.
That's a double minor.
Oh, yes, it sure is.
It's not, but it...
And I don't think it was intentional, but nevertheless, careless use of stick definitely qualifies.
So a break there for the Devils because the penalty, just one, goes to Skula, holding at 14:47. Third power play of the game. Now the Devils' goal that came at the end of a power play wasn't one. So the streak stays alive for Colorado. They've killed off the last 17. What are we up to now in chances? 0 for 19. They killed off the last 19 power play chances against them. The Avs have. Near side. They'll hold it in. Jason Arnott along the line here with Rafalski. In front is Bobby Holik set up. Elias in the corner. Elias. There's Holik. He had a chance and he just missed the net.
Good play. Good play.
He was wide open in front. Elias has got it. Elias back up. Segura. Elias. Holik again. Dropped it back and nobody there.
Well, that's a mistake by Bobby Holik, but boy, did he make 2 good plays. They set Holik up right in the paint in front of Patrick Roy. Then when Elias gets it, Holik drifts out into the slot away from the coverage in front of Roy.
Cleared back out, and Rafalski will give chase. 0-for-8 for the power play of the Devils so far in this series, as the Devils' power play can give them a 2-goal lead right here. Near side, Niedermeyer dumped it in. Gomez behind the net. Turner Stevenson went by it. Reed trying to clear it. Didn't. Stevens. He tried to dump it in, blocked by Reed, but Stevens got it back. They'll set it up again with Stevenson in front. There he is. Niedermeyer near side snuck in. That off-wing defense is coming down low in this power play for the Devils and ending up right in front of the net. Scott Stevens with it. Leaves it on the far side. Stevenson in front. McGillney to the point. Nobody there. Stevens will chase. 20 seconds left on the New Jersey advantage. Niedermeyer back for Stevens. Colorado penalty killers will change it up. Intercept and set up ice by foot, but it goes over the glass. 12 seconds left in the power play. Darren.
Well, fellas, except for game 1 in the first 8 minutes of here in game 2, Colorado Avalanche with only 12 shots in this game have certainly not been hounding goaltender Martin Brodeur. And hounding, I mean, showing a little bit of disrespect for the fact that he plays the puck extremely well. They got under his skin a little bit in game number 1. At every opportunity, they nudged him. When he played the puck, they nudged him. They got on him. They got on the New Jersey Devils. In this game, early on, and I'm talking about the first 8 minutes, they did get under the skin, certainly, of Martin Brodeur, and they had a 1-0 lead. Guys, with only 3:25 left, they might want to get back to that.
Brodeur coming up with some very big saves early, and then in this period, the one on high note. Shot back in by Niedermeyer, and the power play is over. So the Devils do not convert on it. They still have the puck 5-on-5, though. Blocked by Ray Bork into the corner. Taken away and up by Madden to the point. Shot into the near side boards. Nobody could deflect it for the Devils. Yell was over, couldn't get it. Cleared around the far side. Bork again. Curry trying to clear it out to the Skula. Right there was Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer took it away. Note the number of times Colorado is not getting through center ice in this game. Cleared back up by Pandolfo. That did not happen in game 1. They were able to pass and skate into their offensive zone. Not here.
The Devils, admittedly, weren't even conscientious in their defensive positioning in game number 1. They didn't have any jump. They've got it all going for them right now.
Another turnover and a hold in by Stevens. Sent back behind the net for Foot. The shifts of Colorado are being eaten up in their defensive zone. Again, Jason Arnott centered, blocked, right at the side of the net. Went loose, still loose. Sakic, his pass deflected away, intended for Hayduk, and not out of the zone. That's the 4th attempt to clear for the Avs, where they've not been able to get it out. Back it comes to Stevens. Wrist shot blocked out by Sakic this time. Sakic giving chase. Stevens twice moved on it to clear. Elias line up, Sikora in. Centering pass. Jason Arnott had it banged away from him. Rafalski will hold it in. Into the front, Sikora trying to get it to Jason Arnott. Stevens steps up, controlling the puck now. The Devils. Sikora in the middle, broken up by Drury. Drury trying to go wide. Can't do it. Rafalski rides him into the wall.
That's exactly why Larry Robinson has the mobility of Rafalski with Scott Stevens for plays like that.
This will be an icing call if DeBreeze gets there first, and he does. And at center ice, Scott Stevens getting into it.
Dan Hinote could have guessed that one. He is the wasp at the picnic. That was the hit from Drury on Scott Stevens, and Stevens didn't see him coming, and he still was able to keep his footing. Scott Stevens came back and decided to go with a little under-shield face wash on both Drury and Hinote.
That's the little nasty right there at Scott Stevens. Southwest intermission coming up. Barry's breakdown, our second period analysis. A minute 28 of playing time before we get to it on our Southwest Airlines.
How about our Southwest Airlines goal cam? look at a puck that was trying to squeeze between Patrick Roy's skate and the post. No air there. No daylight.
Holding the short side on that one. Into the corner, Danico. Cleared around. Near side board. Shots 18-12. In favor of New Jersey. Shot blocked out deep once again. Ripped wide. Podine 2 chances. Sakic got it. Sakic looking. Podine in front. Right through the top of the crease. Podine got knocked down. Fans wanted a call on Podine getting level. They won't get it. Niedermeyer trying to send it in, and it's blocked. Shot back into the zone. Good play by Danico. Danico complaining he just took a stick to the mouth. It's getting a little testy down there.
Kenny Danico is beside himself. Man, is he wound up. Who's he trying to get at? He is cut.
He took a stick at center ice.
Boy, he's wound up. He better. With a Greg DeVries, it looks like DeVries is the guy that he is pointing at.
Played every playoff game in Devils history. He's after the Colorado bench.
I didn't see it. But that may just even the score with the whack that Eric Messier took that wasn't called. Now, Ken Danico said, look, did I hit myself here? What'd I do? Cross-check myself on the bridge of my nose? Come on, give me a break. Fastest game on earth.
This great veteran playing his 151st playoff game, all as a Devil. Wow.
He took a look at that. His left eyebrow, his nose, and under his right eye, he got whacked or raked. It looked like he might have even got raked with the blade of a stick all the way across his face. He's got it going from one side to the other.
We kid Kenny about that great line, that great movie line. You want the tooth? You can't handle a tooth. Oh. Kenny doesn't have many left in front. Cleared up by Clem and wide of Brodeur. Bounces back in behind the net. Stevens, look the hit from Sakic. Oh yeah. Sakic and Stevens doing battle in the slot now. There's Sakic coming out to get it.
You know, because of the Danico incident, both of those guys had a chance to rest. They've been out there 2 minutes.
Sakic had a chance and missed it wide. Rob Blake back in behind the net. We may see a little bit of shadow going now. Wherever Sakic goes in front here, Stevens is with him. Cleared back out.
But Joe Sakic is double shifting. He was out there with Ryan Krebs before that in Podine, and because of Kenny Danico slowing things down a little bit, Harley put him right back out there with Tanguay and Haydu.
Well, mishandled the puck and got away with it that time, and we've completed 2 periods. And the Devils have a 2-1 lead. All the scoring in the first. Sakic at 5:58 in the first. Corkum at 14:29 and Stevenson at 17:20. That's the face of the snarling Devils that this league is most used to and did not see in Game 1. But they have gotten it back here in Game 2. And they will take a 2-1 lead into the 3rd period with a chance to even up this series at 1 apiece against the Avs. All of a sudden, the black and blue nature of this series is beginning to show up. Intermission report coming up.
So, while Jason Arnott has not been a visible player, a great amount of the credit for that goes to Adam Foote and Ray Borg. They have been matched 9 for 9 on even strength shifts against the A-line.
Jersey Devils controlling. Niedermeyer in his own end. Nemchinov launched it to Yell. Had it knocked away. And Holik's chance to get it out did not clear the line. Blake a shot deflected in front. 2 Avs ran into each other down low, and the puck comes back to center. Trying to chip it in was Podine. Messier gives it a whirl. Can't. Yell the hit. They're onside. Down the middle. Messier stripped of the puck. Niedermeyer stepped in, pickpocketed that one away off the near side. Bodine left it to DeVries, the defenseman. DeVries, Danico drove him off the puck. Far side, Freeland. Faced down by Bodine. Bobby Holik behind the net. Drury got it out in front. Shot side of the net. Blocked by Niedermeyer on Messier. Good work by this line, though. Here's Blake. Leaves it down low. Colorado, middle of a line change. Penalty coming on the Devils. Kenny Danico. Delayed call. DeVries doing battle. Empty net at the other end, and there's the whistle. And a power play for Colorado.
Well, the Avs have come out like a determined hockey team here in the 3rd period to try to get something established down low in New Jersey's zone. And they did on this play. They gave
number 3, New Jersey. 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Kenny Danico standing out here in front. And there was the shot to the back.
Kenny Danico cross-checking at 1:28. So the Avalanche get a chance early in this third period to get this game tied up again as their power play will go back to work. This will be power play number 5 for the Colorado Avalanche. They scored on their second chance on a power play in this game, so they are 1 for 4. Waiting here is Patrick Waugh having equipment taken care of at the other end. Those are the numbers power play wise in tonight's game. Had the strap of the skate came loose. Got it fixed. Sakic on the power play. During the season, he led the NHL in power play points. He is second in the playoffs with 10. He leads all goal scorers in the playoffs. Face-off will be won back. Blake will hold it in. A chance. Side made. And Brodeur finds it. Deflected shot. What a play.
Huge save by Marty Brodeur because Alex Tanguay was just perfect on his execution of the deflection from Rob Blake's shot. It started with Colin White just softly banking it back to Rob Blake. And when Blake got it, he just one-time ripped it. Tanguay with a super deflection trying to get it up and over Marty Brodeur. See how Brodeur went down and stacked the pads, took everything he could away down low on Alex Tanguay, betting that he couldn't get it over him, and his bet was right.
Face off to the left of Brodeur, who has made some very important saves. Back it comes Sakic. Intended into the middle. Madden intercepted. Tanguay was cutting there and it never got through. Raymond Bourque will come back to get it. Bourque and Blake on the power play at the blue line. Sakic. Hayduk. Tanguay up front. Off the glass high. Stevens over to get it. Up to Pandolfo, and Pandolfo clears it out. New Jersey penalty killers. During the regular season, 85% they killed off. They're 84% here in the playoffs.
And their big key is trying to force Colorado to dump it in like this. Then if Brodeur can get it, or in this case an offside, they're going to get what they want. But they've done a great job, even down a man, of forcing the Avalanche power play, taking away their room in the neutral zone, and forcing those dump-ins. Most of the time with Brodeur back there, puck just comes right back out. I don't know how many stitches Eric Messier took, but it looked like he got a nice little zipper right along his eyebrow from that Sean O'Donnell stick.
Yeah, it was Ken Danico and you both took pretty good shots to the face and had some blood flowing there. Faceoff comes outside the New Jersey double zone. Minute 18 left to go on the power play. Off the faceoff, it is won by Chris Drury. Colorado's had the faceoff advantage, 58-42 so far in this game. But Devils at center, forcing Clem back. New Jersey, good pressure here, short-handed. Clem's got to come back to get it. A minute to go on the Avalanche advantage.
This crowd is all of a sudden very frustrated, and that's what the Devils can do to you. Not only to your hockey team, but to your fans.
Artem Brodeur knocks it down again. Good pass up the near side boards. Niedermeyer to partially blocked, held in by Clem. Clem dropped it for Drury. Drury looking. Devils coming out after the puck here, putting the heat on Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer tied it up. Reinfeldt came over to help Madden to help him. Back to Clem. Clem down into the middle. Shot deflected. Where is it? Rolls. And covered by Brodeur.
Colin White had better be careful here. He's got the left hand going at Billy Nieminen. Not the time for a discipline breakdown. Either one of these teams. You'll never wipe Billy Nieminen's one smile off his face, and it doesn't matter how many times you have to try to wash it off with your glove. Some guys got cut up in this hockey game in the second period if you missed it. Sean O'Donnell took Eric Messier, and only Allison Dunbar thinks that shouldn't be a penalty. Right, Allison? I know you're watching. And Ken Danico took a stick from Steven Reinfeldt, and that's what I suspected. It looked like the toe of Reinfeldt's blade actually raked the face of Ken Danico and nicked him on the left eyelid, the nose, and under the right eye, right across his face.
We are going to get a penalty here. Matching minors are going to go on White and Nieminen. Colin White. Billy Nieminen. 7 seconds left to go on it. Sakic dumped it back behind the net. Tanguay. Stevens cut him off. Up the boards. Bourque raced in to hold it in. Sakic covered for it. Back to Bourque. Gloved it down. Pass intercepted and cleared out by Bobby Corkum. How about Bobby Corkum? Not only is he getting the goal, he's got 5 shots.
You can't stop him. You just have to hope to contain him.
He's in for Randy McKay with that broken hand. Held in by Sakic. Power play is now over. Devils have killed it off. Danico back out of the box. Tanguay knocked it down. 5-on-5. Tanguay centered. Sakic trying to get it lined up. Madden poked it away. Madden up the boards, and it rolls to center. Good job by the penalty killers. Ray Bourque picks it up. Both teams changing. Great to have you with us. Stanley Cup final action. 3rd period of game 2. 5-0. The Avalanche won the first one. It is 2-1. The Devils on top here, trying to even it up, taking it back to New Jersey for Thursday. Brought back by Reed. Into the middle. Ryan Prent will send that one in. Brodeur will handle it. Brodeur leaves it back in behind the net. As the game goes along, bear in mind that because of the 5-0 win by the Avs in game 1, their players are well rested. The leading ice time, man, especially their 3 big Ds. So as it goes along, they may have a little advantage in that regard, in addition to the Devils playing here in Mile High.
I agree with Barry Melrose, what he said between periods. It's about how the Devils play. If they keep pressing, pinching, doing what they got to do not to go into a shell, then even those guys that are rested for Colorado are going to end up with heavy legs.
McGillney's going to go on a high stick. Bill McCreary. He went over to see if Adam Foote had been cut or not, and he hadn't.
We'll take a look at it. Adam Foote was the guy, and it looked like the stick got up pretty high on him.
Not much question about that. Let's check in with Darren Pang. Darren.
Fellas, I'm with John Elway right now. It took you in your 15th year of great football to win your first championship. I'm sure you're feeling for Ray Bourque at this time.
I really am. I'm hoping that he can come through and win one because he deserves it. He's a guy that's been around a long time and been great for hockey. So I hope this year is Ray's year. They've
got a chance on the power play now. I know this crowd's going to erupt any second now. This could be their one chance, huh?
I sure hope so. We need to get this baby tied, and anything can happen.
What's the biggest thing about hockey that you like, John?
You know, I like the speed. I've never played hockey, but I love the speed, and just to watch these guys skate, it's amazing.
John, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
John Elway will watch now as the power play for the Avs at 4:26. It is the 6th they've had in this game as McGillney goes on the high sticking call. I guarantee you that call was made because, 1, it was legitimate, but 2, the officials are really looking for it. They know they missed at least 1, maybe 2 high sticks in the 2nd period. Sakic drops it off Ray Bourque. Down low. Tanguay. Hayduk shot. Deflected right back off Brodeur's stick. Hayduk pinned up in the corner by Danico. Back to Hayduk. Hayduk to Tanguay to Hayduk. Danico overskated. Held in. Sakic. Ray Bourque. Bourque and Blake along the blue. 360 for him. Bourque forehand side. Sakic between the wickets and cleared.
Anybody but Joe Sakic back there, and John Madden might have been gone.
Ray Bourque back to get it. Minute 7 left to go in the power play. 1 for 5 so far in the game. Sent in. Brodeur reaching, could not get to it. Near side wall, held in momentarily by Heino. Curry giving chase. He gets hooked and lost control of the puck. Elias has it, drops it out, short-handed. Rapolsky cleared, brother. Niedermeyer up. Niedermeyer with Bourque in front of him. Sends it back in behind the net. Devils penalty killers have been really tough here in the last 5. Avs power play. Sent in by Adam Foote on the fire side. And Chinoff's clear, didn't go anywhere. Niedermeyer's will.
Gary, I can't remember in this game the Avs skating the puck into the zone on their power play once, and that is crucial because that is phase 1 of the power play, is the setup. They've been forced to dump, and they're fighting the most gifted puck-handling goalie in the NHL in Brodeur and doing it.
Up the middle, tempted clear. Foote held it in. Dropped it off shot, and Brodeur gloves it. He wants to clear, sees room, and gets it out. Tanguay had the opportunity, and the power play's got 3 seconds left on it. Tanguay stripped of it by Pandolfo to Corkum. Bobby Corkum, another shot. Save made by Waugh. Hayduk back to get it. We're back to 5-on-5. So the Avs, 2 chances in this 3rd period on a power play to try and tie the game, and they didn't get it on either of them. Stephon Yell, that was hit with a high stick and a hand pass. 13-18 to go. The series moves to New Jersey. It'll be the clash as we go from Colorado. And Joe Sakic's home to New Jersey. 16W, get off Secaucus. And the New Jersey Devils will take it home. ABC will have the game 8 o'clock Thursday on ABC, the quest for the cup at 7:30 ESPN as the little pensive on Larimer Street, downtown Denver right now. The home club is behind 2-1 to the Devils. All the scoring came in the first period of this game, and New Jersey has clamped down that defense they are so noted for, denying Colorado a couple of power play chances here in the third period. Jason Arnott backed it up. Raymond Borg back to get it. 13 plus to go here in the third. Far side it comes to Foote. Foote will take it back in behind the net. Raymond Borg near side. Devils 1-2-2 on the check. Up ice. It'll be played again by White. Drops it back to O'Donnell. We got it back into the middle. Devils have found the transition game. D to the middle and out. That's what they've done this whole game. Back off the near side board. Secor taking the hit. Rolled up along the wall to O'Donnell, who holds it in again.
One of the reasons the Devils have been able to go D is the first Avalanche forechecker was supposed to take that away, and he's not taken away the D pass.
Bouncing puck. Those scared goaltenders. Cleared around by Danico. Blake able to hold it in. Down low, Reed tied up by Danico. Little slew foot there by Kenny Danico. Just enough to get Reed off the play. Picked up and out Breland. Breland a little bit near side. Niedermeyer, the defenseman, who can play a good offensive game when called upon to do it. Reed back into the middle. It's Reinfeldt on side. Here's DeVries. DeVries for the tire. Had it blocked. Niedermeyer may have gotten a piece from behind on that. Breland finds it in his skates. Try to hit McGillney. Reinfeldt took it away again. Up ice. McGillney's on the other side from Gomez. Chipped away by DeVries. Greg DeVries in a 2-on-1 and got the stick on it and broke it up. In the middle, Digman. Digman back into his own zone. Now changing it up here. Clem will take it. His tip pass rolls. Sakic trying to get to it, could not. At the red line, played by Skula back in. Sakic. Stevens there first. Near side. Tanguay partially blocked it, but the Devils able to clear it out. Clem back. Clem off the near side for Skula. Skula starts it. Sakic on the far right. Hit with a high stick. Won't matter. Sakic shot. Save. Rebound. Stevens was there. That is that famous Joe Sakic off-wing shot. Screaming Mimi when he lets her go. Nemchinov behind the net with Holik. Nemchinov shot. Holik at a screen. Never got through. Both teams over the boards on a line change with 10:54 left in the period.
Marty Brodeur has obviously learned on Joe Sakic. Keep your stick down and don't anticipate. You go back to a game from the regular season when New Jersey was here in March against Marty Brodeur. Joe Sakic came down on his off wing and ripped a shot over Brodeur's blocker hand. When I talked to Marty Brodeur yesterday, and there's another look at the goal from the regular season, how it got up and over Brodeur. Brodeur said he came down in game one and I had an instant flashback. Here's game one. He said, I knew he was going to go high again, so I lifted my stick off the ice, and see the stick of Brodeur off the ice. He anticipated Sakic going high, and he said, I made a mistake. Lesson learned is you do not guess on Joe Sakic.
He got the goal, but the only one Colorado has. The shots here in this third period, not many. 3-1 in this period, and since Sakic scored that goal, the shots are 18-9 in favor of the Devils. But that was the first goal of the game we're talking about in the first period. Billy Niemanen. Devils have shut Colorado down since. In the corner, it's still loose. Knocked away by Drury. Didn't have a lot of help over there. Comes back to Blake at center. Blake and DeVries. Off the near side that Drury cleared the zone. He did. Drury will send that one in. Colorado changing. Played back behind the net. Niedermeyer turning it up the near side. Midway through this third period. The Devils with that 2-1 lead. Poke checked offside as a result of it. Elias drawing himself offside. See what's going on downstairs with Brian England. Brian?
Adam Foote of the Colorado Avalanche always has the same job description. Play against the top player on the other team and shut him down. But how he accomplishes it from one series to the next guy is often different. Last series against St. Louis, he always knew where to find Keith Tkachuk in front of the net. And what a battle he had. But in this series against the Arnott line, he really has to skate a lot more. He has to go looking for it. He finds them from time to time, but you look at him here, he's not always in front of the net. Look how open it is in front. All three of the Arnott guys are around there, but nobody hangs in front like Chuck did. Bill, you and I talked to him this morning, and he knows he has to go looking for them all.
You bet, Brian. These guys, Sikora, Elias, and Arnott, that they've put themselves into no man's land territory for a defenseman, out near the tops of the circles, in the high slot, and that's kind of a foreign place for a defenseman to stray to pick him up, but you have to.
Colorado back. Joe Sakic at center, taken away and sent right back in by Sikora. These two top offensive lines were out there to start the game. They've continued to match up against one another in this game, and they're out there again. Up by Sakic. Nemchinov over there. Nemchinov now in the corner. Stevens came over to help. Edu had it. Stevens took it away. Ray Bourque covering. Bourque back into the middle. Sakic looking at him. Foot near side. Foot blast. Save made by Brodeur. Stevens clears it up. Nemchinov. His pass partially blocked. Now Nemchinov is out there with Sikora and Jason Arnott on that particular line. See whether or not that's a line change. It just happened to be how they ended up as they got caught. Adam Foote is behind the net. Foote drops it off. Into the middle it is Reed. Reed got it blocked from behind that time by Breland. Knocked down by Bourque. Bourque's got a man on the right. Does he see him? Dingman offside. Dingman shot it right through the top of the crease. Here comes McGillney. McGillney leaves it. Holik in. Holik a wrister. That got blocked by DeVries off the glass. They both follow it up to the boards. DeVries and Holik doing battle. Bobby Holik kicked it away into the middle. Point shot. White deflected to the near side. Wow, was reaching up with a paddle on that one. Sean O'Donnell. Devils change. O'Donnell back. O'Donnell on the check. Avoided it. Got it away to McGillney. McGillney's had a couple of breaks in this game. He hasn't had a goal in 11 games now. He's been off ice a couple of times with that speed of his. Gomez. McGillney in front. Pass blocked by Bourque. Goes back to the top to Ken Danico. His shot on the screen deflected to Drury. Drury starts it up. Colorado wants to change. Drury in. Drury waiting for some help. Breland, good job to block that one. Came back to the point. Held on to by Marty Skula. Skula trying to drop it off for Heino. Heino behind the net. Sent it back this side. Billy Neiman, and it went by him. Gomez cleared it up and out off the stick of Turner Stevens.
You see now that the Devils have dug in how hard it is to get any pucks open and loose, and at Brodeur, they're penetrating the zone. I'll tell you what, the Devils have one shot in the third period. Colorado only has 4. That's not many for a team that's trailing by a goal.
No icing here. Good play by Turner Stevenson to keep it alive. Colorado gets it back. Cleared up for Yell. Yell looking. Tanguay on the other side. They're onside. Big dump on the check by O'Donnell. And cleared out by O'Donnell. Back on the attack. It'll be sent in on Waugh. Held on to. And that's where it will be whistled.
Well, when you're up by a goal, the easiest thing to do is to back up and think you're doing the smart thing and the safe thing. Sean O'Donnell knows better. Stand him up, play him, take him hard. In the second from our Southwest Airlines goal cam, get a piece of Marty Brodeur. Get him off his game. Get him off his feet. The trick is doing it and getting away with it. That was Dave Reed that locked up with him.
Brodeur has faced 16 shots, 15 saves. Foot near side. Devils have cut that shot total down. Avalanche had 30 in the first game. Jason Arnott with it. Arnott, Sakic on him. Arnott with that strength of his moved it into the corner to Elias. Elias wrapped up by Bourque. Came around the near side. 6:40 to go. Cleared out off Sikora's stick. Rafalski cleared back in onside. Attempted glove pass by Bourque. Goes back in behind the net to Adam Foote. Foote kicks it away. Both teams changing it up. We have seen both of these teams now play their games. The Avalanche in game 1. Offense, open, firepower with Waugh making saves. This one, the New Jersey Devils just tie it up. Forced to play. Great checking. No room.
Force the dump-ins. Let Brodeur get it. Tee it up for Scott Stevens out of the zone, just as they did. The other thing, too, when the Devils get the puck deep in the Av zone, they're trying to cycle it and not trying to move it back to the point just to try to tick off that clock.
Offside here. Draw at center.
I want to remind everybody that coming up on Thursday night, we're going to be doing something special. ABC's Panasonic Scan Vision. First time for the sport of hockey. We're going to be able to show you perspectives you've never seen before with multiple cameras all around the rink. It should be especially intriguing from a goaltender standpoint since we talk about angles often. Thursday night, Panasonic Scan Vision on our ABC coverage.
8 o'clock. Don't forget Quest for the Cup on ESPN at 7:30. But the game itself now, the remaining games, will move to ABC. All 8 o'clock Eastern time starts. Face-off at center, 6:01 to go. Power plays, only one of them in 9 combined chances. And the Devils have locked it up. Face-off one, Yell got it back. Can the Avs get this thing tied up? Chipped into the zone, but not very deep. Bobby Clark coming out.
Ken Danico, such faith in his forwards coming back, stood right up almost at the red line to take his guy.
Yell trying to move it in, couldn't. Codine batted it in offside. Delayed whistle here if needed. And they'll get it because it's taken deep. 5:38 remaining. Quiet house, quiet offense of the Avs. The Devils lead by 1. Summary. Game 1 shutout, 18th of the 2001 playoffs, tying the record. Game 2 finals winner has won the Stanley Cup, 25 out of 29. Those numbers, the New Jersey Devils, they're about one thing here is getting this back 1-1. And right now they're in the driver's seat. Why came out to play? Adam Foote hard, knees into the board as he and Patrick Elias went down. Adam Foote on the ice.
One thing that might have saved Adam Foote is it looked like he went in with his entire body making contact with the boards at the same time. If you go in with a knee first or a foot first or a shoulder first, you're going to get hurt. For Patrick Elias, Adam Foote like he was the bumper for him. Going in first. It was just a good clean race for a puck that was going to be called icing, and Patrick Elias knew that. So Adam Foote looks like now he's limping a little bit on the way out. Elias came up beside Adam Foote, took a bit of him, but it didn't look like he was trying to take him down. Yikes.
One of the big three, of course, in the A-line, Patrick Elias, and one of the big three defensively, Adam Foote. Foote has gone into the dressing room. Blake playing 18:06 through 2, Bork 18:15, and Foote 17:35. Elias will stay. Foote has left for the moment. Juan knows, looking at that clock, he cannot give up another goal if the Avs are to have any chance of getting this thing tied. 5:16 left. Halik won the draw. Rafalski has added an assist in this game. Shot missed. Nemchino.
Well, you don't want to miss shots. Brian Rafalski made a smart decision at the point. Don't try to fire on goal and risk hitting some shin pads. So he passed it in, and then when Nemchinov got it, he ripped it wide and high. Came all the way down to the other end.
Nemchinov forcing Watt to have to play that. Halik held it in behind the net to Nemchinov, who lost it. Blake up and out. There will be an icing call. Arms up on this one. Rafalski gets back, and that will draw the whistle. Boy, they aren't happy about that, feeling the Devils had a chance to touch that one up ice. Following our game, Sports Center, Dan Patrick, Stuart Scott, Game 2 breakdown. Casey Martin's big win, and Colby. Who's helping Colby? All coming up on Sports Center next. Marty Brodeur has lost only 2 regular season games ever against Colorado, Quebec, 13-2-4 regular season games, but he lost game 1 of the playoffs. They haven't lost 2 consecutive road playoff games in a season since '98. Devils have been one of the best road teams in playoff history over the last 8 years, 34-18 on the road in the playoffs.
Larry Robinson just with great faith for all of his forwards here, rolling the lines, 4 lines. That's what he had planned to do, and it's easier to do with the lead. Scott Gomez out here. Scott Gomez making it happen in the offensive zone, even though he's not one of the good defensive centers on this team. Larry Robinson with great faith in his second-year guy that he'd get the job done.
Gilney and Breland on the line with him. His hope was Gomez would be able to get the puck to McGillney, open up some offensive chances for him. This check by Breland over there, but the pass goes deep in the zone.
It's a great shift for that line. Gomez now and his line mates have changed. All they did was sustain an attack on a forecheck in Colorado's zone. Tick, tock, eat the seconds up.
Forcing a line change for Colorado. DeVries sends it in wide of the net. 4 minutes to go, third period. Niedermeyer around the far side. Reinfeldt centered it. Kicked away by Brodeur. Dangerously kicked away. Sikora cleared it in a hurry into the seats. Face off to the left of Brodeur.
Marty Brodeur had to know who was out front. A goalie of this stature would not have indiscriminately just let it rip out front. I think he must have seen red out of the corner of his eye. That's why he kicked it up. Reinfeldt just threw it on goal, and you see Marty Brodeur just directed it right out front to Peter Sikora, and then Sikora backhanded it out of the zone. The Avs with a decided advantage in faceoffs, 32 wins to 21 for New Jersey, but it's about when you win them.
This is where the Avs want to win them. 5 on 30 in game 1. 1 so far on 17 here. Right there, Brodeur.
The key number there is 17. Keep the Avs to only 17 shots. You've done something pretty masterful defensively.
Colorado Avalanche have been running up the shot totals here this playoff year. Colorado has averaged about 29 shots per game. Shift to back off the stick of Blake into the corner. Blake reaching up, can't get it. Ward back. 3:45 to go. You see the Avs defenseman cheating in offensively now. Try and create. Second goal, they need to tie it up. Ray Bork. Bork into the middle, deflected. And cleared back by Stevens. Bounced away off Bork. Left it for Drury. Leaves it to Blake. Blake back in his own end. Drury trying to come through the middle. A pass to him off his glove. He squeezed. Brodeur played it into the corner. Stevens over there to get it to Pandolfo. Pandolfo trying to backhand it out quick. Stevens gets it back. Patience of the veteran. Held it. Drury got it. Drury got taken down on the far side. Fans want a call. They do not get it. Fans wanted a tripping call, not to happen. Ray Bork in his own end. Pandolfo was on him, dropped it off. Centered for Reinfeldt, taking away Madden. And will there be an icing call? No. Waugh coming out to play it. Patrick Waugh hard around the dasher and up. Got it to Billy Niemanen. He lost it. Madden in the middle. Madden blocked. Bounced off skates. Pandolfo had it. Lost it. Cleared out. Billy Niemanen. Pandolfo got there first. Reinfeldt dropped it back. Raymond Bork sends it in. Reinfeldt giving chase. Getting beaten to it by Colin White to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer up the near side to Madden and out. Icing call here, though. Offensive face-off for the Avs and stops the clock at 2:25.
These fans are barely stopped buzzing from the non-call. They wanted a call on this. Scott Stevens tried to flip the puck out of the zone, never got it off the ice. Here came Chris Drury. Stevens got his stick in front of him, and then Scott Stevens looked like he did a little shoulder check here in the rearview mirror to see where the ref was, just to make sure there were no arms pointing at the ceiling. And there wasn't one.
Take a deep breath on that one, because he sure thought there was going to be, didn't he? Pressure on the Avs now. With 2:25 left, Adam Foote back out on the ice.
Major sigh of relief for the Avs and the people on the bench and the people in this building, because he is a major part of this defensive scheme.
Face off to the right side of Marty Brodeur. We have had 44 one-goal games so far in the playoffs this year. We've got another one going right now. Cleared back. Blake reached in. Danico got it out of there. Now the Avs have got to get back on side. Blake looking. Yell cutting into the corner. Tanguay cleared. Danico far side. Bobby Holik's there. Couldn't get it out. Blake ran it in. Yell giving chase. Niedermeyer dropped it to Danico. Goes right back to Blake underneath his skate. Lyon's going to come way out to get it with 2:01 left to go. Dropped it off. Whoa. Right in front of the net that time as Waugh was on the other side of it. We'll see a lot of Sakic from now on. Sakic's out there again. Rafalski jammed it up the boards. Kicked away. Niedermeyer had it, lost it. Picked back up Jason Arnott. Arnott had nobody in front of him. DeVries trying to cut the angle. Got there. Arnott sliding by with DeVries right behind him. Sent back for Jason Arnott. Blocked by Milan Adu.
I can't believe Jason Arnott didn't pull away from Greg DeVries. Great speed by DeVries. These guys know one another's speed. They were teammates in Edmonton.
Step for step on that one. Near side, Ray Bourque, a minute 24 to go. Bourque guns it in. Almost got Bill McCreary. Billy Neiman in near side. Keep an eye on Patrick Waugh at the other end for you. Centering pass. Waugh still out there. Knocked down right on the line. And it never came. No, it did come. Outside the line. 1:11 left.
Here's our game track. The Devils goals. Corkum and Stevenson, their first of the playoffs. Joe Sakic, number 12. Marty Brodeur, 16 saves. Patrick Waugh, 18 saves. Those last two numbers should tell you a little bit about what kind of game this has been.
Without Peter Forsberg, this team, the Avs, have only lost one playoff game, 9-1. The Devils trying to tack a 2 up there on that one. Timeout will be taken here with 1:11 left to go. Sports Center coming up as soon as our game 2 is completed here in Denver. They see you right back in New Jersey on Thursday for game 3 on ABC at 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Bob Hartley is diagramming an offensive play, and Larry Robinson wants to make sure his guys are calm and that they know exactly what kind of play that he wants.
How about the fact you got Robinson, who played with the best defenseman on the other side, Rob Blake? They played together in Los Angeles for 3 seasons. As Rob Blake, they were teammates. The end of Robinson's career, the beginning of Blake's, and then he coached Rob Blake in Los Angeles for 4 other years. Kind of knows him pretty well.
He knows to take away a shot, that's for sure.
A lot of cup rings hanging around the Robinson household. He has had the Stanley Cup celebration a lot. Wise out of there. 1:11 left.
In a perfect world, Colorado would want the face-off deep in New Jersey zone. As you can see, it isn't. It's in the neutral zone.
Joe Sakic will take the draw against Madden. Off the face-off, tied up. Bourque got it back. Sends it over to Blake. Blake sends it in. The Avs trying to get this tied up. In behind the net, Stevens. Around Blake. Stepped up. Bounced away along the board. Sakic back into the middle. Drury trying to line it up. Couldn't. Rolling, it comes to center. Sakic drops it under a minute left to go. Game 2. Devils win. They tie it up. Onside. Sakic. Shot. Blocked. Rebound held in by Bourque. Sakic had an opportunity. Denied. Came back. Sakic shot. Saved. Drury in front. Shot. Saved. Rebound comes to the corner. Marty Brodeur holding the shot side. Sakic tied up there. Extra skater out. Hayduk's in the middle. Looking around. Trying to find somebody, and Brodeur gloves it.
Let me show you my glove speed. Boy, some great stick work by the Devils to keep the pucks from getting into the paint. Chris Drury danced in front, and it was either Rafalski or Scott Stevens, I believe. And then Marty Brodeur showing us his glove speed and a shot that might have gone wide, but it didn't matter. He wasn't taking any chances. First of all, here's Drury. Tries to step in front. Look at the stick of Scott Stevens. He reached and poked, and Drury never got the shot off. Alex Tanguay says, I'm going to step out and let her rip. And I don't know. That might have been labeled short side high.
No way Brodeur's going to let that go. Take a chance. Empty net at the other end. 29.9 left. Martin Brodeur looking for his 13th playoff win of the year. Blake is set up on the inside. Ray Bourque back at the point talking to Sakic as he skates back. Bobby Olik the face-off for the Devils. Olik won the draw in a big win. Niedermeyer, Sakic knocked it down, came back to Blake. Blake holds it in. Deflected by Stevens out of the zone. 20 seconds left to go. The Devils that close to evening the series. Drury. Down goes Bobby Corkum behind him. Drury drops it off. Still tight, even with the extra skater. Colorado can't find room to get in the zone. Ray Bourque stepped up, blocked it. It comes out the center. And the New Jersey Devils are going to win it 2-1. And this series is tied at 1 apiece. On goals by the most unlikely of people, Bobby Corkum and Turner Stevens.
You got to get help when you need it from all kinds of people. And Bob Corkum and Turner Stevenson are going to get major league hugs from the boys when they get into the locker room. And the Devils did it the hard way. They came out for the first 10 minutes of this game and looked like they were going to unravel. The Avs let them back in by taking some penalties. And then the Devils started to play like the defending Stanley Cup champions all the way to the wire.
Shots ended up at 20-20. The Sakic, the only goal for Colorado in the first one, in fact, but it did not hold up. So now it goes to New Jersey, and this series I think at this point is about where most of us thought it would be. Flip a coin.
We still all think that it's going to be, I don't know, I shouldn't speak for everyone. I thought it was going to be a long series, and I haven't changed my mind yet.
Marty Brodeur gets the win in net. Down to Brian.
Thanks very much, Gary, with Marty Brodeur. Marty, after game one, things obviously didn't go you guys' way. This game two was not about X's and O's, was it? It was about effort.
It was all about effort. You know, I think right now both teams are really skilled. Everybody's got great game plans, but it's how hard you're going to work and how determined you are to win the game. And today we worked really hard and got a couple bounces, and we're able to get him past Patrick.
All the goals were scored early in the game. Does that mean you guys are back on your game? Is that a good sign for the Devils?
Well, definitely. I think we keyed on to certain players not to get going, and guys did a great job taking the body and you let them free will like the way they like.
Stevenson and Corkum did a great job. The middle guys, the grinders really came through with you guys, didn't they?
Well, that's how you win. I mean, you need these guys, you know, along with a lot of the 5 and the 6 defensemen, and these guys sometimes the most important in your hockey club. You know, you expect your big guys to come in and do well, but definitely it's nice for these guys, a nice reward.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Marty Brodeur does a great job. Gary, back upstairs to you.
Right, he ends Patrick Waugh's 9-0 streak in the finals as a result of the job he did. So they've won it, tying the series. Thursday, ABC, 8 o'clock, Game 3, preceded by Quest for the Cup, 7:30 on ESPN. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on, ESPN.com. Sports Center next. For Brian England, Bill Clement, Darren Pang, all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks for joining us, everybody. The Lord willing, creek don't rise. See ya in New Jersey.